Hi guys, and welcome to the first episode of season 4 of Go Well with Sharon. I've got Gareth Mason with me today, and we are going to chat about a whole lot of stuff. We're going to talk about his passion for sport and some challenges that he's faced in his life and how he overcame those. So Gareth, thank you so much for chatting to me. It's wonderful to visit you, finally.
Thank you for having me. It's great to be here.
Absolutely. Now tell me, Gareth, you, as you know, some of your fans out there know, have a condition called achondroplasia.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about that, what it is, and you know, what this all entails?
Well, achondroplasia is a form of dwarfism, and there are hundreds of types of dwarfism, which generally is a person with shorter limbs. Your head is generally larger, and you're just generally a shorter person opposed to other normal beings. Now there's various kinds. Now the most familiar one is achondroplasia, which is how I look. Generally the larger head, the smaller limbs, and all that. And it's just it's a condition that's not like a disease or anything. It's just something that we are born with. I'm the only dwarf in my family, and it's just a medical genetic condition that occurs. And I think if I have to get calculations, is about just over 500,000 dwarves around in the world today, and the whole point of my journey is just to raise awareness for it, especially from a person who's dealt with challenges with people out there who might not know how to quite acknowledge me or be around with me in public. So the whole goal of this is to raise awareness for it.
Which is fantastic, and which is exactly what we're going to do today. Yeah. Now, Gareth, tell me, as a child growing up, what type of, and we'll get to the adult challenges in a minute, but what type of challenges did you face as a child growing up with your condition?
Look, there was always a few. The first and foremost is obviously reaching for things, going into a kitchen, trying to fetch, whether it's a glass or a cup or whatever it may be, or generally even clothes, some shelves. I mean, generally we made a plan for that, but I would say those would be the things, reaching for stuff. And then the biggest challenge of all, I would say, is walking in a shopping centre, because other children or some even adults don't know how to react towards someone with dwarfism, and it's not something that people are familiar with. So I always found that as a child growing up was challenging, because I didn't know how to deal with it. First, you don't understand why. I feel like I'm normal, like a normal being. But as I grew up, obviously I started to understand it. But that would be, I'd say, the biggest. And then sport growing up as well, when you know, your friends go up to your under 9s to under 10s to 11s, I had to always stay back a year or two in order to join them, and I'd say that was always another challenge in life.
Yes. And talking about sport, how did you cope? Because you're quite sport crazy, if I may say so. Like your life is sport.
It is.
Absolutely. So you played some sport at school level as well. And how did you cope with that? How did you do?
Well, we're going back to when I said about going to the different leagues. So like in soccer, I would play part of the under 11s team. I remember this very strongly. And all my friends, we were, I think, grade 5, grade 6, all my friends went up to under 13s, and I had to stay back. So that was a big challenge for me, because I couldn't understand why I can't join my friends. But then it taught me a whole another role of leadership and taking on the new upcoming youngsters within and growing up with them. But that was always tough watching it. I did understand eventually patience and getting there. I joined them in grade 7, but that was quite a challenge. But going into high school, cricket was my ultimate passion and goal. I had a dream to play high school cricket for my school, but unfortunately at our first practice, our coach sat the whole team down, and as he was preparing for the squad, he said, "Gareth, unfortunately you're not going to make the team, you're too small." And that was heartbreaking for me, because I grew up in the school, Cape Receiver High School, and they knew my passion for sport, they knew my passion for cricket. So when he said that to me, it was heartbreaking, but I didn't let it defeat me. I kept going at it, and I went to every practice, every Tuesday and so. And then when we got to grade 10, I eventually went to a practice, and I was just getting frustrated, because it's 2 years I want a chance. And
Yes.
he didn't give it, and then eventually he actually left the school, sadly, because I wanted to play under him.
Yes.
And we got a new coach, and he said straightforward to me, Gareth, I don't see size as a problem at all. If you can play, you are in the squad.
Fantastic.
The very next week, I made my first team debut.
Fantastic.
And in matric, final year of school, I became first team captain.
Oh, wow.
So it's just, again, never give up in your dreams. But those were the challenges. But what I taught myself from the junior school of waiting or watching my friends go up is just to be patient.
Yes.
Because there are other opportunities. I've got to become a leader within the younger group.
Yes.
And then that taught me a lot. And then I got into grade 7 where I've joined my friends at the end of the day. High school, told no. I proved the coach wrong. I proved everyone wrong.
Yes.
And I achieved my ultimate dream.
Fantastic. Awesome. And obviously the leadership development that happened when
Yes.
you were helping the new youngsters come through, obviously, you know,
Definitely.
was good experience for you being captain of the first team.
Yes. I mean, it all played an important part. And I realize it more as I'm growing older than I did
Yes.
then.
Yes.
Then it's like you feel sorry for yourself, but at the end of the day, it was those lessons that got me to where I am today. And if it wasn't worth those challenges, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't have maybe gone that extra mile. I could have just sat back and just let life be, and I wouldn't have achieved those goals. So the fact that I did it, I'm always glad I did, and I'm grateful to those various coaches in my life who have helped me along the way to achieve that.
Yes,
'Cause
yes.
at the end, if it wasn't worth for that coach telling me I couldn't do it, I mean, I proved him wrong, and that was the ultimate goal.
Absolutely. But you've proved a lot of people wrong with a lot of things.
Yeah. Tried to.
Awesome. Now, I just want to quickly go back before we go into more sport. You mentioned that one of the hard things for you to deal with was the reaction of other people.
Yes.
Do you find that even today, today's day and age, people still sort of see you as different and as not, for the want of a better word, as not a normal person?
I do see that quite often. I mean, I don't think you ever get over it. You don't. It's just a part of life. You understand it, but when you walk into a shopping centre and someone points at you or calls you a name or inappropriate name, it does still hurt.
Yes.
I battle more when I see it from another person. If another person, like a person in a wheelchair or another dwarf, gets made fun of, or if I hear a story of an 8-year-old boy wanting to commit suicide because of bullying, that hurts me more than anything, because you know, we're born on this, we've got a life to live, and it's up to us to make it great, and we can't allow other people to affect us to an extent where we want to make decisions like that. And I think it's cruel that people can be so harsh. So it does affect me when I walk into a centre or into a sports ground even, with so many people. But you know, if it wasn't for my family and friends and the support system that I have, then I probably would handle it a bit more worse kind of thing, or rude. But because of them, I learned to cope with it and handle it in a better way.
Absolutely.